Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Hashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom, salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Akwath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000, one third the hopeful elect of Israel. I am the brother Yeshua. Warning, warn them from me, right? Ezekiel, warn them from me. Here's your warning. The superb owl, right? Superb owl. Who is the superb owl? The superb owl is Molech. All right, the reason for the day, the reason for the season. Superb owl meme, Super Bowl misspelling turned cultural. No, there's more to it than that. Meet Guinevere. It says regal Eurasian eagle owl who visited the witchery by the castle in Edinburgh. The superb owl. What's going on here? The superb owl. Release of the great horned owl back into the wild. What is all of this about an owl? Be smart. Superb owl. Wiktionary. This spelling is used jocularly or seriously to try to avoid being sued by the NFL. Okay. Yeah, because they don't want you to get into that portal. So there's something going on with the old superb owl. Let me see. Images. So you must protect yourself from what is going on tomorrow. All right, is the point being made. All right. There's a ritual. The rituals. Okay. Let's get this. Ephesians 6 and 12, Salakia. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And we all know that. Do you know what it means? For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in heavenly places. So tomorrow, right, with the game itself, like a place of exercise, right? That the stronghold against you, Jake, right? Why? Because it's really about worshiping other gods. They have gods set up in those arenas, right? The Colosseum and all of these ancient Greek, right? A place of exercise. Let's get that real quick. I think that's in the Apocrypha, right? Yeah, let me see. Let's do this. Okay, so the superb owl is Molech, if you understand what that is. Okay? It's the owl of Molech, right? Going into Babylonian idol worship. Okay? Um, let's do this real quick. Richard Madhurst. Yeah, this is set up, right? This ritual. It's a ritual, okay? What is this? Let's look at it. I'm gonna just touch on it. I was touching on it with the wife the other day. What do we have here? Not like us, right? Who's not like us? This so-called Jew is not like us. Is anybody putting this together? Here's Kendrick, the real Jews. We are the real Jews. He came out and said that. Duckworth. Didn't Duckworth and IUI say, we are the real Jews? Remember that? He's not, right? He's not like us. What's really going on? So now they're going to take this whole diss show, whatever it is. What's going on in the spirit, right? Is this not a small hat, right? Drake? Well, we know that his daddy's a Jake. We know that. But what are they doing? Through his mama or whatever they're doing. This dude, Bob Mitzvah, and what does he stand for? Who is his daddy, Lucien Grange, Lucifer's Trust? Who does Lucifer trust in? Okay. So this guy clearly representing Judah or whatever on some IUIC shit. How about that aspect of what's going on? At the Super Bowl, what? Ritual tomorrow. Right? The Super Bowl, how is it that this guy who came out and said, I'm an Israelite, I'm not black no more, they ain't like who ain't like them? We are the real Jews. Does anybody put that aspect out there yet? Suddenly tomorrow, that ritual is on the main stage. How about that? Super Bowl halftime. What is the main ritual? Who does he represent? He represents all Israel, the dry bones. Who does he represent? He represents keeping this thing a secret. He represents Bibi Netanyahu and them destroying artifacts in all of those countries that got nose and lip that look like this nigga right here. That's what the ritual is. Okay? What means anything in the world? Well, keeping it a secret who the real Jews are. Well, it just so happens that this nigga, right, is going to be paraded like a monkey in front of everybody tomorrow. What are they really saying? What happened to this guy? Where did he go? Did he go to his bunker? Did that guy go to his bunker because he lost this imaginary beef where somehow the nigger wins? How does the nigger... Tell me when the nigga ever wins. Well, when the world is about to blow up, that's when this nigga can get some shine. This motherfucker done ruled the entire entertainment industry through music for the last 20 years. And suddenly he gets to run to his bunker and retire. And we can give it to him. Now the nigga gets a handful of trophies and he's the best. Don't look at what is about. What the hell is going on? What kind of ritual is this? Okay, so anyway. What must you do? Okay. You see this full-on attack? Where'd it go? This is an attack, man. This nigga's about to perform at the Super. Hey, Kendrick won. No, he didn't. Kendrick is running a motherfucking ritual on your black ass, and you don't even know. Not like us. Who is us? He told you who us is. We are the real Jews. Who is this? Oh, he's crying like a little baby. Talk about it. Yeah, right. This whole thing's orchestrated. The whole thing's a ritual. Still going on. They're going to carry this ritual into the next year. Kendrick won. How? Kendrick only won if he can continue to say, I'm an Israelite. I'm not black no more. Oh, I'm black. I'm not an Israelite no more. I'm black again. Right? What happened to that? As long as you're deceiving them, What about that? Anyway, Ephesians 6 and 16. All right. What about them darts? See, this is a fiery dart. And how do you lift up, like the elder Ariella made the excellent lesson about being able to lift your sword, lift your shield for the failings, right? And the little Gollum, he couldn't do it. He had his strike, boy, his thrust was on point, but he couldn't lift up that shield, right? Them fiery dart. This is a fiery bazooka. This ain't no dart. Right? You got to see this. What's going on here? This is a psyop from the top down. Okay. Ephesians 6 and 16. And above all, Salakia, above all, taking what? The shield. Got to lift your shield for the failings. Taking the shield of faith. We're in the time of stepping out on great faith. Everything right now is about your faith. Got to walk in the Spirit to exude great faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. This is more than a fiery dart. This is a micro nuke. You understand? And it's going on tomorrow. And if you can't see through it, right, it's going to get you. You could get caught up there. It's too loaded, right? He's a Jew, right? Ain't he? Or am I making that up? And he's a Israelite. I ain't black no more. So what? Wait, and they not like us, right? What's going on? Okay. Well, this psyop will be front and center at the halftime show, which we all know is a ritual. All right, and here's the point. Above all, let's go back. 16. Let's go to, where do we start at 10? This is how you get through tomorrow. You got to start now. How? Pray continually, right? If you don't put on that whole armor tomorrow, Kendrick gonna get you. Okay? Everybody, oh, I can't wait for it. Yeah, you can't wait for the halftime show to get that spell put on your ass. Anyway, I'm gonna read this. The full armor, man. Okay? And that even after tomorrow, see, tomorrow just starts. They're gonna solidify the ritual. And then when you go in, all them demons out there right now, spiritual demons in high places, they're all out there. All the portals are open. The Pope gave the blessing. It's demon time. If you ain't got on the whole armor, Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, comma, my brethren, comma, be strong in the Lord, comma, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, as in Wile E. Coyote, the Tasmanian devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, okay, because this dude is going to be prowling tomorrow, seeing who he can devour. He's going to send out his demons, right, to go do what it is that they do. The testing and the judgment, right, and begin you where? At my house, is out there. Fools is out there being judged. And you're going to see it. And instead of You know, the first word out of your mouth in praise and honor of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to dust it to the side. Well, that ain't happening to me. Well, your time is coming. You got to see it for what it is and repent and do all of those things that it not come your way. You want to see it happening to others, knowing that you're being protected and understanding what that is and moving in the spirit like that. If you're on the battlefield, you're seeing people getting slaughtered on the left and on the right, you have to consider that maybe you're being protected. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving in the spirit until you've mastered that thing. So you have to master faith right now. If you don't know how to operate it, if you don't know how to operate your helmet, nigga got his helmet in his hand trying to be cute. Instead of having it on with the chin strap double buckled with some gorilla tape on the motherfucker. Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High that you be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Wherefore, jump down to 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor, again, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. We're in it, right? Tomorrow, you're not on the battlefield. Place of exercise. God damn it. Slovakia. You Jakes excel in wickedness, right? You excel. This is First Maccabees 1 and I want 13. Let's start out. I got to start out at 11 so I can try to explain the mark of the beast. In those days, there went out of Israel wicked men. See the mark of the beast. You niggas in GMS are wicked. There ain't no mark. See, this is the mark of the beast. Oh, Salaki, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with the mark of the beast. All right, Salaki. First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go. And here's the point. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, which is what? Idol worship, right? You're the idol, nigga. Take your clothes off and get butt naked and go compete against the rest of these weirdos. Right? And what? In the Colosseum. That's what this is about. Right? And made themselves uncircumcised. Right? And forsook the Holy Ghost and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. So what are they doing in those football stadiums? Well, I'm gonna have what we're gonna sold. It's slavery. What do they call it? Training. NFL. What do you call it when you go to the auction block? It's called the NFL auction, right? Where they go bid on the horses, sold to do mischief. So that's what that goes back to today. It goes back to idol worship, right? What place? The gym, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. Well, what are you supposed to do? with the customs of the heathen. You've been thoroughly warned against it, right? Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed. You're not supposed to do that. For the customs of the people are vain. One cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe, right? Do what now? First Maccabees. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to what the customs do, not according to the customs of the heathen. So you're breaking the law right there. So go to that football game tomorrow, sit down, and at the halftime be bewitched, nigga. You don't understand the fiery darts. See? You don't understand. You don't understand how to put the helmet on. How you put the helmet on? Nigga, don't go to the damn game. Don't watch it. Okay? This is spiritual. Okay? What medium are you going to watch the game? Well, I'm going to use the television medium. And then I'm going to watch the halftime show. Right? No. Okay? Where's the helmet, nigga? The helmet. Don't let somebody get on your helmet. Put on your helmet. Right? Ephesians 6 and 16. Above all, what does that mean? Right? Keep your feet dry. Some foot powder and new socks, right? Put your girdle on. Stand having your girdle, right? Truth. Put the breastplate, right? Above all, going into Jacob's trouble, above all, what? You got to be able to raise your shield for the phalanx, right? Why? Because here come them fiery darts, nigga. What do the fiery darts look like? Like this. You got to know what you... Well, I'm walking right into the Coliseum, which is wicked, and this nigga got his pants down, walking around advertising his booty. Talking about not like us. Fiery darts. Right? And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Hey, you need to be praying always. You need to pray your way through the weekend, right? They're going to have him step out the weekend with his wicked ass. Oh, the weekend's back, yep. Drake is gone to the bunker. The weekend is back. Get your ass back out there, nigga. And Kendrick is going to die in a hellstorm of missiles. Because he won. Watch out. Tomorrow is about spiritual wickedness, man. All right. So, understand that. Right? Did we? We touched on the superb owl. Let's see. Molech. Owl of Moloch, M-O-L. Just real quick on the way out. This is the superb owl. Is the superb bull, as in full of bull. Let's just read this. Beginning of the modern era, right? Middle Ages. It says, often from around the year 1500, right, the modern era, Moloch has been figuratively used in reference to a power which demands a dire sacrifice. What's going on? What do they usually do in the Grammys? All right? Whitney Houston sacrifice, right? Whitney Houston sacrifice for, let's see, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston Grammy sacrifice, right? That was a long time ago. So you have a sacrifice for the Grammys, right? Ritual sacrifice of Whitney Houston, Madonna's Super Bowl. See how these things are connected. The sacrifice for the Grammys is connected to the Super Bowl halftime show. Jennifer Hudson, I Will Always Love You, 50 for the Grammys. Then what happened at the Super Bowl halftime show, which closes the ceremony or whatever. I don't know. Let's look at this real quick. I don't know how witchcraft works. I know how righteousness works. Laura Willow.
Okay, so I've been watching and waiting over the past month just to see how events have been unfolding. And
this is when you say that little prayer to Yahweh Shemel Shai to protect you. Anyway.
From my perspective, it looks quite insane out there. Insanity comes up quite a bit in my reflection on this physical world and what is going on and what is taking place here.
She's a medium.
Humanity is completely going utterly insane. And it's so important for us to wake up out of this nonsense, this insanity, because if we don't, our world is going to be going into utter chaos, destruction, and who knows what. So the title of this video is Ritual Sacrifice of Whitney Houston, Madonna's Super Bowl Sermon, Queen's Jubilee, and the Return of the Divine Feminine.
Okay, so what do you think? This was in 2012. What do you think is going on tomorrow? If this shit was popping back then, and things are ramping up, right? What's going on tomorrow? They didn't have a whole bunch of CERNs opened up by the Pope back then, right? Let me see what she's going to say real quick.
And I had to do this video simply because
I'm a witch.
There are a number of patterns that I saw over the weekend and in the past couple of weeks that are reflecting back to me that the theme for this year, before the 2012 Olympics or coming into 2012 Olympics, the theme is the goddess.
See how they set shit like this up? So
and
what is set up for tomorrow?
Those of us who have eyes to see through the deception program.
It's the Baphomet.
The big lie by the power control force that sits around the tables and plans these dark, sinister plans and programs and agendas. And basically what we're experiencing is a rollout of those agendas.
Yep.
Because everything is well scripted, well choreographed, and well played out by the power control force, those that run this world. This is the biggest theater stage. This is the biggest drama happening, right?
And what they do is they use these events like the Super Bowl to cast spells and usher in, let you know what they have, what they're going to do eventually, right? This is what she's breaking it down, what these rituals and these things actually, these ceremonies mean.
In this year, 2012. So let's look at some of the things that are happening. When we look at, one of the things that came up for me was the birth of Blue Ivy, Jay-Z and Beyonce's baby, which happened, I believe, back in January. And then Madonna's sermon performance at the Super Bowl and the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth, which was marked on February the 6th, but the
You see all of these occultic happenings and events and stuff, they're all linked together because these motherfuckers are doing what? They're doing what they do. Right? That's how they get out. They have to stay on their calendar and stay with their, their witchcraft. That's how they do everything, by the numbers, right?
Well, events will not be taking place until the 4th, 5th, and
events.
The 3rd, 4th, and 5th of June, which is very interesting because it's the day before the Venus transit.
See?
June 6th. Everything here is by design. Nothing is by accident. And everything, all roads lead to the Power Control Force and their agenda.
There it is. So through their rituals, their signs, their dates, the little things that they do, everything that she just said is planned right now for tomorrow and taking place right now. And this is how they move all day, every day. It's witchcraft all day, every day. And when you understand how they speak to one another, you can find out what they're doing. So what are they doing tomorrow? Well, they're doing a hell of witchcraft. Back to this. Oh, I can't go back to Drake no more. Anyway, the whole Drake and Kendrick thing. See how she's equating when you speak of the sacrifice of Whitney Houston.
He cannot get it through. All right, both sides of the aisle are against this. I believe he said there were even 70.
When you speak of the sacrifice of Whitney Houston, you're speaking of the Grammys. When you speak of the Super Bowl, right? You're speaking of the halftime show, which is a ritual. It's a casting a spell. Okay, so this sacrifice together with casting this spell, I don't know how that thing works, but like she's telling you, it's all tied together, right? And they're ushering in their way of doing things, which is all demonic, and what they have planned for the earth as long as they're in control of it. Okay, now when you understand, let's read this. For our struggle is not against, this is Ephesians 6 and 12 in the NIV. Our struggle is not against the flesh, not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers of and against authorities, right? This is a spiritual thing. Not against flesh and blood. It's a spiritual thing. Okay? And if you're not fighting in the spirit, you're losing in the spirit. Okay? It's not a physical battle. When you see these troglodytes, right, being moved around by these wicked ass spirits that are clever, right? Just because you see a troglodyte Edomite like Elon Musk, this nigga's telling you the spirit that's on him. I'm the spirit of a 15,000-year-old mummy that whatever this nigga's telling you, right? The spirit that's on him is speaking through that fucking idiot Edomite, right? You need a low vibrational creature, right, for these spirits to manifest. You can't have a high vibrational being, right? That high vibrational being and be like, no, nigga, this is my body. You can't be in here. That's like Jake. Jake was like, oh, hell no, nigga, this is my vessel, my avatar. I'm not sharing this with you. Anyway, the point is this. Stay prayed up, man. Okay, things are going to get tougher. Prayer and fasting. Let's get there. Okay. The demons are going to attack you with even more force. Right? And you have to understand how to fight. Understand you're in the spirit. Prayer and fasting, right? Prayer and fasting. Period. But by, how about but by? But by prayer. Remember this, the strongest ones, right? These are strong. These niggas, right? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to be visited this weekend by some demons. Well, what do I do? Well, you're going to be sipping, nigga, at the party, at the Super Bowl party. You're going to have too much to drink and be in a situation, right? Somebody have a camera out, you about to lose everything, your job. This is Mark 29. Let's start at 28. Mark 29. Mark 9 and 28. Slakia. Let's start at 28. Mark 9 and 28. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, why could we not cast him out? Talk about that particular demon, because he was strong. Why could we not cast him out? And he said unto them, oh, well, this kind, right? This is a different kind of demon. This kind can only come forth by nothing. So look, this kind can come forth by nothing. The only way to get this demon out is by prayer and fasting. What does that say about prayer? Right? What does that say about prayer? That's one of, see this full armor? Well, what is the full armor? Nigga don't know how to work the armor. Don't know that it's spiritual. Don't know what the armor is. What's the armor? Well, first of all, you need all of it, the whole armor. You got to, and it's not a hot dog, nigga, just because it says armor. Okay? Let's see. Wherefore, there's the armor again. Then it goes into it. Stand. Okay, a girdle. Where does the armor start? Right here with the girdle. Right? Yahushua got a girdle, a golden girdle. Nigga don't even know what a girdle is. Right? You say girdle in front of a nigga, he's thinking that is dealing, oh, nigga, you cross-dressing. Okay. So Yahushua was cross. Yahushua had a golden girdle. Gird about the paps, right? Well, what is the girdle? The girdle is this truth. In the spirit, see, you don't even know, nigga, that you got a girdle. Right? You got a girdle, you got a breastplate, you got a shield. You got sandals, foot gear, right? What do you know about your feet? If your feet ain't in good condition, you're not fighting on the battlefield. When you have to walk 100 miles from one end of the battlefield to the other, and you ain't got no feet because your feet are wet, you didn't dry them out, you don't have spare socks, and you ain't got no foot powder. Now you got rock foot, you got trench foot, your shit's all fucked up and you can't march because you're not taking care of your feet. They're not shod properly, right? You got a shield, you got a helmet, you got a sword, and what else? Whatever this is one of those things, right? Because the strongest of demons What do you need to get to the strongest of demons? With all of this armor, right? How do you take down the strongest of demons? Where do we go? Where do we come from? And we're going to close on this. Okay, you got to know how to work your gear, man, your TA-50. Your spiritual weapons. This is Mark 9 and 28. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, why could we not cast him out? And he said unto them, this is Yahushua speaking, he said, well, this kind can come forth by nothing but prayer and fasting. So fasting, right, is a big old weapon in this spiritual fight. If you're going to fight spiritually, how do you use your helmet? The helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. Both of these are what? His word. Yahushua. There's Yahushua. The sword is the word, right? How do you work the shield? You need that shield going into Jacob's trouble right now. Right? The breastplate of what? Thy law is thy righteousness. The law is that truth. Girt. What's your girdle? This truth. Get your footwear right. You got these Jordan, you got some spiritual combat boots, right? Spiritual Gore-Tex. When that shit gets wet, it breathes it out and then shit dries. Got to get the right boots. Go back to Book of Eli. What's the first thing the dude did? He walks in, the body's hanging, the nigga sees the boots and he starts dancing. Okay? Footgear is very important on the battlefield. Prayer and fasting. Okay? Must be in your quiver. Prayer and fasting must be in your quiver to get through this weekend, to get through tomorrow. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect are edified. Superb owl tomorrow. All right, shalom.